Hello and welcome to this unboxing of this guitar kit from Coban Guitars. Okay, so I ordered this on Thursday. It arrived Saturday morning, so it's a quick delivery. It hasn't had to come that far in fairness, it's only across the UK. Let's open it up. Well, you can see very securely wrapped. There's tape, there's packing tape. Let's try opening this up and see what it's like. Okay, let's take the packing tape off, then get into the sticky tape. If you can see that across there, one on this side. And then on the other side as well, there's two more. Okay, let's lift the lid off. Oh right, well I thought there might have been a separate box inside, but there isn't. There's nothing left inside the lid. Let's have a look at some of the paperwork first. First of all, thank you for your purchase, Coban Guitars, 5% off all other orders. Okay, come on to that. Got a couple of picks. Do excuse my fingers, the pen leaked all over my hands earlier on today. This is the only paperwork. One of the things that they said they only get some basic instructions, so if you're looking for a great big building manual, then you're not going to get it. You're going to get 3 sheets of A4. That's all you're going to get. So on this side is blank, and on there we've got a wiring diagram. That looks okay. And here we've got a list of all the parts, some basic instructions. And there's a bit more there, actually. That's a bit better than what I was expecting, actually. I was expecting about 3 paragraphs, but there we are. There's that. And then we'll move on to the kit. Okay, to start off with, let's have a look at the bag. And in the bag we've got a guitar lead that looks pretty cheap. There's a Allen key there, presumably for the truss rod. That's the cover on it for the back of the control panel that goes on the back of the guitar. That is all the pots for the volume and the tone. There's also a switch there. At least the cover on the switch matches the colour of that wood. Depends what colour I do that, of course. That's the panel that screws the neck onto the body. There's some pickups. Cheapest looking set of strings that you've ever seen, I have to say. I usually use Ernie Ball strings, so that's what I would probably use, Ernie Ball ones. Bag of tuners to go on the headstock, and there's the truss rod cover there as well. And there's a few other odd screws and things in there. There's the 2 knobs, because there's only 2 knobs on this guitar, in gold. There's the bridge and the tailpiece with the parts that go into the body, and there's a wire there as well, because I believe that's got to be earth. And there's some various screws. That's for the pieces that you hold your strap on with. And then on top of that, I've got this. Now I thought there was going to be 2 of these, perhaps there's another piece under there, but this is a spare piece of veneer that you can practice your staining on when you're staining the body. So that might come in useful because I've never done this before. This is my first kit. But you can see, hopefully there, just how thin the veneer is. I mean, it's painfully thin. So we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, so this is the neck, and it's come in this usual white polythene wrapping. It's got an elastic band around the end. Let's take a look. And there it is. It's got a very dark fingerboard. There's a bit of a light patch down the bottom there, right at the end of the fretboard on the last fret. Apart from that, it looks rather good actually. Up here on the headstock, of course that needs finishing off and sanding. Feels rather smooth actually. The drilled holes look pretty good actually, and the holes at the back look very good. Going along the back, that feels nice and good actually. There's the holes there. It's a bolt-on neck, not to glue in one, bolt-on one. It's got the fret indicators along the top. They're nicely central, and it's got the white indicators on the front of the fretboard. The nut there is, I don't know what that is. It's claimed, I think it's claimed that it's bone, but I'm not actually sure. It actually looks not bad. I'm going to shape the end of that. That's my first job on this build. So I'm going to shape that to make it look more realistic to a particular type of guitar that this is similar to. And there we are. This is made of mahogany. There's a joint there, but the rest of it is all one piece. It's got the number, I presume that's a 71 there on the end, so we'll make sure that that number is on the body as well. But it looks rather good. There's quite a thick fretboard there. I hope you can see that. And so it looks good. And the frets, are they smooth? Well, I think there's a bit of edging, touching up on the edges needed there, particularly on maybe that one at the top. Yeah, strange, the bottom seems okay, it seems better than the top. Well, that seems a bit rough. Okay, so I'm going to need to do some work on the edges of the frets, pretty much all the way down I would think. If I just have a look down it, does it look pretty straight? It does actually. It doesn't look bad at all. Let's look round the other way as well. Yeah, that looks okay. So there we are. There's the neck. Let's move on to the body. Okay, well this is the body. It's got a flamed maple veneer on it, so this isn't the finished look of it. I've got to stain it. Let's take it out and have a look. I haven't looked at it yet. Let's take that out of there and see what we got. Well, initially that looks pretty good. That looks nice. It's got the number 71 on it, which is good because that matches the neck. Quickly look over the back. This is a mahogany body. There's the 4 holes that's going to be drilled, that the neck's going to fit with. This is the control panel where the jack socket and all the tone knobs go. That routing is okay, not too bad actually for inside. The general finish on the back seems pretty good actually. I mean, it's all going to need sanding and finishing off, but it doesn't look too bad. On the front, which is the important bit of course, let's have a look. Like I say, initially that looks pretty good. I mean, the veneer is It's paper thin, it's so thin that, I mean, you can hardly see the thickness of it when you're looking at it side on. It's very, very thin. But it's got a good finish. It looks good. You can see the grain on there. The join along the middle, because it's two pieces of veneer. This is not an obvious join. It looks very good. It's got beading around the edges, and again, I might need to run a bit of light sandpaper around there to finish that off. The holes, well, they're all pre-drilled, so that's really, I didn't want to start drilling holes in the body. I need to watch out for the positioning of the pickup holes, because on one video they were out of position and had to be redone. But the rating, again, isn't too bad. It's all done on a CNC machine, so they should all be exactly the same. Finishing, it's not too bad. I'm not sure what colour I'm going to stain it yet. I've got a couple of ideas, but actually I'm quite pleased with that at the moment. It needs a lot of work on it, of course, to finish it off, and we will do that. Now, I will be doing other videos as I go through, but they won't be piling out day after day, because this is going to take time. It's my first kit build, and also I haven't got as much time as I've had recently, so I'm imagining this is going to take a month or two to complete at least, but I'll keep you up to date with it, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.